Good evening. Happy Sunday. We're back in the shack. And we're going to get started here in just a minute. Thanks for joining tonight, guys. There is a donate button at the bottom of this live stream, and it is a fundraiser for ARRL Teachers Institute. All of the proceeds go to the Teachers Institute that are raised in... Oh, that's loud. Okay, I'm working. It's working. All of the proceeds tonight go to ARRL Teachers Institute, and YouTube does not take a cut. So, thank you for being here. Hoping to raise a few more funds tonight. Okay, enough tinkering around. Good evening to everybody. Really happy that you guys joined us tonight. Back in the shack after a 1-month hiatus of live streaming, and that was a very fun event. It was a very fun event. 30 days of ham radio, and I had a great time doing all of those videos, a different topic each day. And I had a lot of really good feedback from you guys about what to do and which ones you liked and which ones you thought were interesting and which ones you thought, hey, I've never seen a video on that before. I didn't know that program existed, that kind of thing. So some really good feedback. Thank you for all of the comments in the videos and in the chats, all of the premiere comments, all of the comments in the replay videos. So I appreciate you guys being out there tonight. And yes, it looks like someone has started us off already. Hamshack TV, Josh. Okay, he's in the chat with us. So thank you, Josh. We're gonna start us off with $100 donation to ARRL Teachers Institute tonight. So my goal was to raise $30,000. This was kind of a lofty goal, kind of a hefty goal, kind of a like, I don't really know what the heck I'm doing, and this may not work type goal. But hey. 2 years ago, Mike did a live stream for like 9 freaking hours, and he might have had a little bit too much of Grandpa's cough syrup during that stream, but they were able to raise about $15,000 in one night. Granted, it was like all night. And then last year, Josh did a telethon live stream and raised $20,000 in one night. So I thought, well, maybe I can do 30 days of videos and raise $30,000, but we didn't make it. As of yesterday, actually right before this live stream, because the website is still open, and it has been since, let's see, if I go here, this website, arrl.org/30 days, is still up, but it hadn't been updated since September 29th. It says 7886 raised so far. It's actually, the latest number is $8,096 before this live stream tonight. 135 donors total, and the largest gift was one person at $500. So, but don't use this tonight. Use YouTube, because we are charged credit card fees by using this website that you're seeing on the screen right now. But YouTube has the fundraising feature, and they don't charge credit card fees. They don't take a cut for themselves. 100% of everything that's donated in the live stream tonight will go to ARRL Teachers Institute. So I appreciate those of you who have donated already. Don't feel like you have to again. But if you want to, you can. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. So we're going to bring Steve on here in just a minute. First, if you don't know, Amazon Big Deals Day starts in 2 days. And I really appreciate you guys using my links. I'm going to share that link to the main website here. And then right there where the EcoFlow battery is my Prime Big Deals idea, what Amazon calls an idea list, and you can see all these things with red underneath them. Now, if something doesn't have red underneath it, don't let that deceive you. If you click on something and go in here, you can still see there's a 25% discount on this Cobra CB radio. So most of the stuff in here is discounted, but I'm going to be doing a live stream on Tuesday morning for Big Deals Day. This happens every time that we do, every time Amazon does a sale like this, we're going to do that. And I really appreciate you guys using those links because those do help to support the channel. So donate tonight and then use the links somewhere else. Okay, I want to acknowledge these when they come through. Tortoise Overland with $50. Anonymous donated $5, and another Anonymous donated $10. Thank you guys for those donations tonight. And for some reason, my highlight is not working. I gotta look at that. So I'm gonna try to read all those out. So thank you for that. But yeah, Amazon Big Deals Day on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. And my mystery boxes are going well. Most of the mystery boxes from the September shipment have been shipped out. I had several people, I had like 5 people cancel after this last batch, and most of them were the technician, the smaller sized box. So I created the survey, and I said, okay, tell me what you guys want to see. Okay, if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's cool. No problem. But tell me what you want to see. Tell me this. And so I asked like 5 or 6 questions in a survey email that I sent out. So if you haven't got that and you want it, and if you've gotten a mystery box and you want the survey email, send me an email. Hit me up in Discord. I'll send it to you. But if you were in there last month, you should have got that. And I've got some updates that are coming to that. The items that are going into the November mystery box are going to be much more ham radio related. Okay, and the items going into mystery boxes after that will be much more ham radio related. A lot of camping and off-grid and EDC stuff as well, but much more ham radio related because after I started this in May, the second box was in July. After July, I reached out to about a dozen companies that you guys would recognize. VF Comms, Redodo Batteries, Bioenno, who else? ABR Coax, Mezzi and Plony Coax, Gigaparts themselves. I reached out to several companies of names that you guys will recognize and said, hey, I would like to start purchasing items in bulk to put in my mystery boxes for future boxes. And about 95% of those people replied and said, yes, we would love to do this. Let's work together. So we got some cool stuff coming up in new boxes. And but any suggestions from the audience obviously is very welcome. So thank you for that. And thank you for being a contributor, subscriber so far. And I welcome your feedback from everybody. All right, let's stop with my yakking. And let's go in here and say, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing tonight?
Fantastic. How are you?
What's up?
Doing good.
Good. I invited some invited some extra people on the show tonight because we always like to have the clamoring back and forth and just kind of the general discussion.
Also, this is not tank radio. What happened here?
Right, I know. Yeah. I told you that it was temporary. I gave you the reins and I took them back.
Oh,
and
thought
that was very on purpose. No, sorry. Yeah, you're gonna have to have a lot more moxie than that to knock me off the. Actually, I have an idea, Frank. I have an idea I want to talk to you about.
Not knocked, but
locked, knocked,
yeah,
locked, and knocked. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. That's a cool. Okay, another anonymous person donated $100. Thank you. Nimrod Diaries. I mean, you gotta love that name, Nimrod Diaries. $5. Scott DeSantis with $50. Thank you, Scott. Gilbert Stamps with $50. Thank you very much, Gilbert. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. I'm trying to read all those. So let's start at the beginning. It's always a good place to start. Steve, thank you for being on tonight. It's been too long since we've had you on a live stream.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but it's good to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Tell us, for those who may not know, tell us all about the Teachers Institute, what you do, and what we're doing in this effort here. So please, the floor is yours.
Absolutely. Although Brooks, $300.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Cool.
Can I make a shameless plug real quick?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. Nothing to do with Teachers Institute, but definitely something to do with all amateur radio operators. If you have not sent your letters to the ARRL.org/HOA,
Mm-hmm.
It automatically sends letters to your representatives. And they're actually, from what I understand, printing these letters out and taking them in on hand trucks into different representatives' offices to show the importance of this. So if it takes, I think it took 10 seconds, 15 seconds for me to do mine. It
If
auto
that.
populates everything. So
Mm-hmm.
when you get a minute, just arrl.org/HOA. Oh, he's on it right there. If you scroll down,
Mm-hmm.
you type your call sign in there. It should auto populate everything. If it doesn't, just correct whatever needs correcting in there.
And this goes to my
And
HOA?
it goes to
Your senators.
your senators and congressional
Mm-hmm.
representatives and everything. So
Right.
um, I don't have a normal or a recent count, but it's a lot of people that are doing this, and it makes a difference even if you're not in an HOA. It's huge. So if you haven't done that, please take a minute and do that. So all right, so back on
Absolutely.
topic now.
Yep.
Sorry, what was the question again? Somebody was right. I'm 20 minutes away from my bedtime. Actually, I'm 11 minutes past my bedtime. And
Good
and
old Steve. Even now he's stopped coffee. He still gets up early for some reason. I don't
did
get it, but yeah.
I did not voluntarily stop coffee.
I know. I know.
I did restart coffee for about 2.5 months, and that was recently restopped. So
Restarted the restopped the restart. Okay.
yeah, so
All right.
um,
Yeah, tell us all about Teachers Institute for those who may not know. I'm sure probably everybody knows about it, but in case you don't, it's cool.
Yep.
So yeah, tell us all about that.
So Teachers Institute is a completely donor-funded program. So it's been around for 20 some odd years, like 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
I took over the education department right at 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago now. We were running two of these a year if we were lucky, and the program was a good program. It just hadn't really changed or evolved over the last 20 some odd years.
Mm-hmm.
We've since evolved it, changed it. We've got Teachers Institute 1, which is kind of the introduction. And then we have a slew of elective courses now. We have TI remote sensors and data gathering. So think, APRS, some sensors on a buoy and a solar panel, throw it in a swamp somewhere, and your kids in your classroom can actually monitor real-time data.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Good
got
deal.
ballooning and amateur radio. So we teach them how to do everything to launch their own Pico balloon and give them everything they need to. Well, they launch one at headquarters, and then they also get everything they need minus the helium to launch one at school. We have Teachers Institute, Space Communications and Radio Astronomy. This one's really cool. We have a partnership with Haystack Observatory at MIT, and so that's a really cool one. And we're actually developing right now Teachers Institute RF Security. That one's going to be so into the weeds, it's actually going to have a part one and a part two. So
Hmm.
we're constantly developing new courses, and that's important because teachers are a lot like kids. If you don't have something fresh to keep them engaged every couple of years to keep them coming back and getting re-energized, you tend to lose them. So that's kind of the goal there. So um, like I said, when I took over, we were running two of these. This year, budgeting permitting, I am shooting for 21 Teachers Institutes this year.
Wow. Okay.
Um, I have no hair like my friend JRZ there, so it's a good thing because I would probably be pulling it out. So,
Uh,
but I've got a great team, and I say that, and it's mostly in jest, but I've got a great team of people at the office, and the board of directors is firmly behind me, as well as David Minster and everybody at headquarters. So it's much easier to do when everybody's rowing in the right direction.
Absolutely. And okay, so you said 20, hopefully 21 sessions this year, and
Correct.
are some of those going to be remote?
A lot of them are going to,
A
well,
lot of them remote.
by remote, I don't want to imply it's like via Zoom. They will be at remote locations, but they'll still be in person. So,
Gotcha.
so
Gotcha.
anybody listening, if you have connections at a school or someplace that's in a very populous area, I'm happy to come out there. We have already committed a roadshow I'm calling it my roadshow. It's like the Antiques Roadshow, but a little bit better. So we have one in Seattle, and that one was actually pre-funded. A group out there called us last year and
Good.
said, "Hey, we want to pony up some cash if you'll do a TI in PNW." And it's like, okay. So
Mhm.
the Muckleshoot Indian tribe is actually donating the venue for us
Nice.
to do
Very
that.
good.
So
Okay.
um, I figure people don't mind going to a casino. Um,
Yeah.
we also are looking to have another one. We had our first one in Louisiana last year,
Hmm.
and we're already in discussions with them to have another one next year.
Hmm.
Um, Johns Hopkins University, we held one there this year, and we're hoping to have another one there. Um, we've got a few of them we just committed one in Charleston, South Carolina. So that's another one. So we'll obviously have to have a lot of them on the road to hit
Hmm.
21. I
Hmm.
only have, 8-ish weeks of summer that's realistically usable
Right.
to use headquarters. So, a bunch of them have to be on the road. I did briefly um, kick the idea around about bringing people in two TIs at one time in headquarters. We just got a brand new, I call it a classroom, they call it a conference room. If you see it,
Hmm.
trust me, it's a classroom. But it's a great venue that we just built to try to not try to host these things. We can fit 22 teachers in there
Hmm.
at a time. But we also have a little conference room above W1AW. And so if,
Hmm.
if push comes to shove, I'm going to start potentially bringing some of the elective courses up there. It's much smaller, but my elective courses are smaller anyway, because they're
Okay.
much more hands-on. So
Okay.
we're busting at the seams, and that's a good
Mm.
problem to have. So
Yes. So, for the purposes of donation, and we're up to about $940, guys. Thank you. Anonymous donated $20, and Kay Ensman donated $200. So, thank you for that.
yeah, thank
Tell
you.
us what it costs, because I know kind of what it costs to bring people up there. Because you guys fly them up, put them up room and board for 4 days, 5 days, and then fly them home.
Yeah,
And then
we pay
how
everything.
much? Right. And how much does that cost if you go to them? Surely it's a little bit better cost if you go to them, but kind of describe that if you don't mind.
So it costs to bring people to headquarters. It costs, including equipment they get and everything, about $4,500.
Okay.
Um, that's airfare, lodging, meals. For like TI1, they get about $1,300 in equipment to take back with them. So it's about $4,500. It's significantly cheaper, obviously, doing it on the road,
Hmm.
which is another reason why we're looking to do them on the road. I save about half, a little more than that. I have to ship 15, 16 big boxes of equipment out, and we have to
Hmm.
return ship some stuff back. But I save pretty close to half. So it's if you figure on the road to be safe, I'd call it $2,500 a pop. Um,
Okay.
we've only got last year really to look at numbers, so this year we'll have a much better idea as to, different locations spread out across the country, what it truly costs on an average.
Perfect. Okay. Do you have one planned in Texas yet?
Yeah, we actually had one last year in Kilgore.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
she's
I know
actually
where that
already
is.
talking with us about doing another one.
Okay.
But I'd love to have more in Texas. I'm a Texas boy. Been lived there for a lot of my life, and so if the Houston area, the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex,
Hmm.
San Antonio, Austin, any of those places that have a densely populated enough area that the people can drive in each day. Yeah, I'd love to have more there. So if you're listening on the stream, watching on the stream, and you know people in schools, or it doesn't even have to be in a school, if you know a company that has an inspiring venue, you know, someplace that's just kind of cool and people can nerd out when they go,
Hmm.
then I'd love to talk to you and see if we can have one there.
Well, you come to Texas again, you let me know. I'll come down and do some videos
Absolutely.
of whatever you guys allow, which obviously we probably wouldn't get any. Well, you guys don't teach students directly. You teach the teachers who take them back to the students. So,
Yep.
yeah, we'll do some stuff. You just let me know when that happens. So,
That was actually out there 2 weeks ago. I
hmm.
was just so slam busy. I was out there I'm on a rulemaking committee for the FAA and ballooning. So
Ah,
I
Oh,
was
okay.
out there for four quick days, and
did you see our friend Shane?
different ballooning. Although those technically are in the rulemaking category. These are amateur radio balloons, but we did talk about manned balloons as well. So
Wow.
it's if you didn't know, the government there was trying to, and still technically trying to, make every balloon in the sky, no matter weight or anything, have a transponder. And so,
Oh boy.
a
Yeah.
5,000 $5,000 ADSB transponder on
Hmm.
Oh,
a Pico balloon that weighs 28 grams. do the math on that one. So
I can see the reasoning wanting it, but yeah, we should push back.
yeah, well,
Frank-
so we have success. I think we've been successful. We'll know for sure later, but it's been I mean, I think I've spent 25, 30 days on the road just for that this year. So, but it's been worthwhile. So,
Frank, I hesitate to say this, but your audio is kind of low.
Oh,
So
actually, I thought it sounded perfect. It's a little
I mean,
hot. It's a little
you
hot.
know, yeah. I mean,
it's a little high. Let me go into Windows.
coming
and
through,
adjust it.
coming through on my side, it's a little bit low.
You got a couple
I'm gonna
more
regret that. I'm gonna
super
regret that.
chats.
Yes, I see that. Jason N4YPZ, thank you for the $50, and Alan KA4LTC, thank you for the $100. That Alan's donation took us over $1,000. We're at $1,090 now.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And that's great for the first 20 minutes, guys. Thank you for the support. So awesome. Well, Steve, this is just an excellent program because people talk about how they, I'm going to start talking about YouTube comments again, and everybody knows what that's like. But, all the naysayers get out there. Ham radio's dead. Nobody teaches ham radio anymore. And you guys are doing something that used to be done decades ago in schools and kind of got away from, and you guys are bringing it back. So this is just an excellent program, and I'm very much in favor of everything you guys are doing with that. So thank you for putting the effort forth, for sure.
No, I can't do what I do, like I said, without support from donors and supportive board and everything like that. So, it's been a passion of mine. I taught school for 21 years before, I came up there. And I mean, you were one of the people that helped me get my YouTube channel going and that's how we were funding those things. And and now I get to do it on a national level. So it's
totally good. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, man. That's great. Paul joined us. What's up, buddy? How are you? You got to, you're unmuted, but I can't hear you.
All right, come back to me, I guess.
There you go. You got it.
Maybe I got to talk really close. I have an obnoxious son that just came home and is extremely loud, so I had to mute.
Well, okay, there you go.
But no, I'm good. Everything's good. Just had fun this weekend on the California QSO party.
Cool.
It's a good opportunity to get lots of QSOs. So, but nothing new. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Thanks for joining. And Jeff joined earlier, and Josh was here at the beginning. Jeff, what's going on in your world, buddy?
Oh, just finishing up my weekend and back to work and just enjoying ham radio today. Did multiple things, so it's all good.
Good. We were at a ham fest. We went to the Belton Ham Fest this weekend, and I picked up a new M squared 2-meter Yagi. It's not new. It's a used M squared 2-meter Yagi. And I'm really getting interested in doing some more VHF and UHF stuff. So that's going to be a topic on the channel again soon. But that was a fun weekend. Had a really good weekend this weekend for that. So sorry, Paul and Frank, and sorry you guys weren't able to make it out there. But
yeah,
all
it was
good.
a bummer.
Sometimes it happens. How's my audio now?
It's better.
Yeah, I thought about coming back and shouting, "Is it tank radio? Is it working yet?"
If you really want to get kicked out of Zoom, go ahead and do that. So I had said at the beginning of my 30 days of ham radio, and I think I said earlier, or I was talking earlier about how some of you had asked me if I was going to do this again. And the answer is no, I'm not going to do this again, or at least I'm not planning to right now. But I have other projects similar to this. I wanted to do this and see how well it worked, and I think overall it was very successful. We didn't meet our goal of donation money, and we didn't meet our goal of trying to get I was trying to get a number of videos. I was trying to get all the videos to 10,000 views during that time, and we got about 5 of them. I was going to show these to you guys right now. We almost 5 of them. I'm gonna count it as 5. Okay, so the first video we got, and here's an idea for those of you on YouTube. Okay, I did a different topic every day for 30 days, and I can tell you right now which ones were the most popular. Okay, the first one to cross 10,000 views was this, and don't pay attention to this top ham radio expert title. That's I'm doing all my titles with vidIQ now, and that's what it picked because I'm not a top ham radio expert. But this one, 18,000 views. This one was about 2-meter FM simplex. 146.52 2-meter FM simplex, and that was the first one to cross the 10,000 view threshold. And I issued a challenge to everybody during that video, and I said, look, turn on 146.52 when you're in the vehicle. I mean, turn it on at home also. Yes, absolutely, turn it on at home. But when you're on a road trip, when you're driving around town, you're just out running errands, especially on a road trip, turn on 146.52, and let's get some more activity on that. And I have had comments from several people on my latest video saying, hey, I tried this, or maybe on Discord, you guys have hit me up and say, hey, I tried this, and I actually had a conversation yesterday. We actually talked to some people yesterday, so very cool stuff.
It's actually, I've seen it more active around here lately.
I have too. Yeah, it's been more active around this area as well. So, and that's a good thing. Ham Radio Duo with the $25 donation. Thank you, Mike and Becky. Appreciate you guys being
cool
in there.
Folks. Actually, my column I don't think it's out yet, but it's about to come out in QST. They were the focus of my column I write in QST.
Good. So, excellent. But that was the first video. So that one, and I said I was going to donate $100 per video, for every video that reached 10,000 views within that 30 days. Now I've got a couple of them that are right there and have reached a few more views since then. I'm going to show those to you here in a minute. And a gentleman emailed me and said that he was going to match my donation. So whatever I donate, he's going to match the donation. His name is Dane. I forget his call sign. I can look it up here in a minute. Dane, if you're in the chat tonight, please let me know. Anyway, so that was the first one right there. So again, you guys on YouTube that were looking for ideas, here they are. APRS was the second one. Now, contrary to what Mike may tell you, people actually want to watch APRS videos. Okay, this was the longest, probably the longest video of the whole series. It was 41 minutes long. I brought on Jason, KM4ACK. We did a Zoom call together. I asked him questions. We did some messaging back and forth between Texas to Tennessee through APRS, through an iGates, or iGates that are near both of us. And I got a lot of really good feedback on that video as well. So I am planning some more APRS videos soon myself. The next one was, here it is. This one right here, and for whatever reason, every time I put up a video about my truck, it gets good views, and which is cool with me. I mean, I like my truck. I'm glad you guys like it too. So if I hover over this one has 9,993 views. It's 7 views away from getting 10,000. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to share this in the chat right now. Dane Barry. Okay, I hope I don't. I hope it's okay to say it's you, buddy. I don't remember you telling me not. But Dane has volunteered to match the donation that I make, which I'm going to make on this live stream here in just a little bit. So thank you, Dane, for your support there. So that video is 7 views away from 10,000. Okay, and then this next video, which is about 2-meter sideband, is like 60 views, I think. It's at 9953, 47 views away from 10,000. So 47 views on, and I'm going to donate. I'm going to add these to my. I'm going to add these to my list anyway. They're close enough. It's close enough to 10,000. So this one here, I'm going to thumbs up my own video. So this one here, so that's 4, and then the 5th video to cross 10,000 views was the one about the VHF contest station, which if you didn't watch that, go watch this freaking thing. This is a freaking awesome station with arrays of VHF, UHF, and microwave antennas. They have a dish. Where's that dish? I got a picture of it in here somewhere. They have a dish for doing right there. This dish on the left here is a 1296 megahertz, 1.2 gigahertz antenna, and it's pointed at the moon right now. It's bouncing. I think their amplifiers. They have a kilowatt amplifier for every band. I think that one might be 600 watts though. So they're dishing that whatever the heck the EIRP on that dish is. I have no idea. But it is crazy, and they're bouncing that off the moon right now. So if there were Martians at one point in time after they built this superstation, I guarantee they all got fried. So, but they're bouncing all these antennas, and this was an awesome video. I really appreciate Ryan. You guys might recognize Ryan. He works at Armalock. He invited me down there. He's like, hey, come down and do a video about this place, and I'm like, I'd love to. So. Hopefully be back out there for another VHF contest soon. But those are the 5. So I got 5 videos that reached the 10,000 view threshold. So that's $500 of my own I'll be donating here in just a little bit probably towards the end of the stream. And okay, let me call these guys out. Javier, thank you for the $25 donation. Vic Miller's in the chat just about every time we go live. Thank you for the $50 donation. Appreciate you guys with that. And yeah, so, and plus I said I would donate a dime for every new subscriber I got. And for whatever reason, I think YouTube did some cleaning out of dead accounts. I lost some subscribers over the last 2-3 days, which that happens 1-2 times a year. It's not a big deal. But I gained about 700 subscribers over the course of that 30-day video. So that's $70. So right now I'm looking at $570, and I'm going to donate myself here by the end of this live stream. That's what I'm looking at.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
So yeah, I wish I could do more. I really do. But you know, it's one of those things. It's a direct correlation of how much. If I would have gotten 30 videos in a row with 10,000 views per video, then my numbers would have been way up and I could afford to donate more, but you know, but we're going to keep it going though. This is not going to be the last thing that we ever do for you guys, Steve. So I really appreciate everybody who's done stuff before me. I'm sure I won't be the last person, but that's where we're at right now.
Yeah. It's awesome knowing that, the YouTube community, I mean, pretty much it's to a point now where I actually have to try to stagger these things. Like I've got somebody else that was trying to schedule another fundraiser during your 30 days. And I was like, no, let's not try to double dip these things. And
yeah,
because I mean, it's a good problem to have again, but it's everybody wants to support you, but at the same time, there's some scheduling issues, and then I'm about working Kevin and his crew to the bone with some of these things. So
yeah, Kevin Beals up at ARRL. He was an excellent resource for telling me, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do, this kind of thing. He was a great support during that whole 30 days effort, so I really appreciate his help as well.
Yeah, great guy. So
yeah.
I couldn't ask for a better partner in crime when it comes to doing this stuff. So
totally cool. All right, so anybody in the Zoom got any comments, questions, or anything about Teachers Institute? You guys feel free.
Yep, I'm happy to answer them. So if you've got questions or
do you need another teacher? I can help out there, Steve.
So actually, I just brought on some more contract teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got, I think, 6 contract instructors, 1 staff instructor, and then I've got Max and 4ML, who the ones that get really big at headquarters. He's kind of like the assistant teacher, I guess, in there. He helps Wayne Green out. If you don't know Max, he's younger, 21, 22, something like that, but he's a big contesting guy and a smart fella. So it's nice having him in there to help out with some of the technical stuff.
It's always good to have contesting guys be teachers.
Oh wow,
it's a
Jeff,
special.
$599. Thank you very much.
Wow, Jeff.
Way to go, Jeff.
Hey, thank you, Jeff. That's great. Very cool.
So Mike is asking why you need a call sign to fill the form out. The reason for that, I don't want to get too far out of my lane, and this is technically out of my lane, but I know the answer to this one, so I will. The reason for that is because only licensed amateurs are eligible to file the letter. So we pull that information. I think they pull it from QRZ.
Yes.
So that's Yeah, that's the reason for that.
So explain on the letter it says you'll actively walk and hand deliver the letter. So do we have ARRL representatives on Capitol Hill?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know there are lobbyists, and I know at
Mm-hmm.
least one or two of our board members are in and out of there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like I said, I don't want to get too far out of my lane because I don't know all the deets, but I will say there is a ton of work going on there that it's just, it's all behind the scenes until it's not, kind of thing. So,
Right.
but yeah, they're from what I understand, their plan is, and I think they've actually already been doing it, is just literally printing these letters and taking them in and putting them on people's desks. It's we live in a country where voting is pretty close to 50-50.
Yeah.
And these people are, a difference of 1,200 votes for one representative or something could be huge. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's the difference that makes. I saw another question in there about what grades my program is for.
Yes.
So my sweet spot is kind of middle school, early high school. We do take younger than that depending on the program. I've had and while I personally did it in my classroom in third grade, fourth grade they do need significantly more support. So if you've got a teacher who's willing and able to give that support, then absolutely. And then also it can easily go higher as well. Um, the problem with higher is not a content problem. It's more of a capturing their interest. If we catch them in middle school, we tend to keep them a lot longer. If we're competing with so many things they've already got a vested interest in high school.
Mm-hmm.
By high school, they've discovered sports and girls and
Girls.
and sports, and so
Yep.
What are these girls
I mean-
we're talking
I mean-
about?
we don't need to go there, Frank.
That's
I
your
mean, you're making ham radio operators out of kids, and it's gonna that right there is gonna deter their chances to get a girl anyway. So,
And I say girls,
I
but
mean-
honestly, a lot of these clubs at schools are mine in my middle school. It was about half girls. So the same holds true.
That's good.
They get interested in boys. So
yeah.
it's really anytime that you start competing with more and more, and then the homework load gets bigger in high school, so they're less likely to pick up something additional.
I joke, but nowadays being a nerd is cool. Back when
So-
we were in high school, you talk about amateur radio and circuitry, it's a death nail. But now that is the new cool, and it's awesome to see that turn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My son is a competitive chess player, and he's pretty popular in the 7th grade.
That's cool.
Just because of that.
That's cool.
Nerd is the new cool.
I mean, you used to see the nerd memes. What was that that movie Can't Hardly Wait? How the jock grew up to work at a car wash, and the nerdy guy, the computer guy, grew up to be the owner of a software company, dating a supermodel. So yeah, that's not it's not too far off the truth.
All I'm thinking about is Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Another question in the chat from Ham Radio Duo. The biggest challenges that I have, it is really getting teachers to be aware that we're here.
Whoa!
It's
Whoa, what?
1,000 by anonymous.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Whoever that
Sorry.
is, thank you very much.
Didn't mean to
That
scare
anonymous
y'all.
fella just keeps throwing money in.
Yeah, some dude named Anonymous.
Well, I just noticed Frank when Josh said that, Frank took a drink really quick. So if that's
Well,
what it
that's-
takes
yeah.
for people to donate
Make it a
lot.
drinking
I should
game.
have. This is for Teachers
This is for
Institute,
kids, so
and we didn't
wasn't
want to do
calling-
any of that. so-
No, I'm not drinking for anything on stream. I'm just enjoying the night. And I'm not even saying what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the night.
Steve can relate to this. My mom was a teacher, and teachers are people too.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
lives outside of school.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
So, but also just remember that a lot of times it's the students are rolling in here
No, that's true.
and
That's
saying
true.
things. So,
Right.
So Frank, you
but-
can't be a teacher.
no.
Did
I
you-
could be a
did-
teacher.
Hold on, guys. Steve, did you finish answering that last question?
Not really. So,
Okay,
so
go
yeah.
ahead.
So the biggest problem is well, other than funding, I mean,
Yeah.
is getting teachers to know we're here. Once I can talk to a teacher, if they're in a subject area that's remotely related, I've got them. The problem is getting them to know that we're out there. Teachers, kind of like, high school students, there's so many competing things out there, and a lot of them spend a lot of money marketing their stuff straight at teachers, but they're all for-profit businesses. We're a nonprofit. I travel to some education shows. Like this next year, I'm going to 4 of them. This year, gosh, I think I went to 8 or 9 of them. But that's really the best way for me to find these people, is to go to places they're going to be, to interact with them. We're also advertising in some teacher leader, like principal, superintendent, like magazines and stuff like that. But yeah,
Cool.
getting teachers to know that we're here, and that we're truly a free donor funded program. So
I saw a question a minute ago, Steve, I want you to address, because this is important here. Increased noise. Don't know this person, but thank you for joining the live stream. What is the best way to contact Steve? I work in an industry with multiple operational facilities. If radio was widely adopted, it could save lives.
My call sign, K5ATA at ARRL.org.
There you go.
So I have a phone number, but I'm much faster on the email. So
I'm the same way. Yeah. K5ATA at ARRL.org. If you guys need that later or can't remember it or something, hit me up in Discord.
Make sure you hit .org, and some people try the .net, and it falls into an old Gmail account that I remember to check every now and then. So if you've ever emailed me from a .net and I didn't answer you, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Hit me up on Discord or email me. Those of you who might have my contact info, I'll get that to you if you need it again. Yeah, K5ATA, Kilo 5 Alpha Tango Alpha at ARRL.org.
Yep.
So, cool. Okay, let's see, what else?
Any other questions coming out of there?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions right now, but if you guys type the word question, it highlights it for me in my
Don
in my
is
chat
asking,
program.
have you ever tried to work with the scouting organizations?
Yes. We do interact with scouting. Scouting has gone through some changes in recent years, and so there have been some challenges re-engaging with the different, I guess, people in charge. They're being careful with a lot of things, and we do have a good relationship with K2 BSA.
Good.
So we're trying to reintegrate into some of the scouting things. The scouts, do Jamboree on the air, but it's also Jamboree on the internet. Typically, Pacificon, which is next week, coincides with that, and so I generally go to that show because I get the chance to interact with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of scouts and young people there.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
Ham Radio John, can you use Buy Me a Coffee for specifically donating to the Teachers Institute? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure how that goes.
The best right now is to donate during this live stream.
Yep.
So, real quick, and I just to address that, in some cases, people have an aversion to donating to or through YouTube. This is a fundraising donation, so all 100% of the money you donate will go directly to the ARRL.
Yeah, credit card fees and everything, they cover all of it.
Yep.
So, my program, and it goes straight to my program. It's going into the education fund, and I use that for basically bringing teachers in and then equipping teachers in classrooms. That's it. None of my, when I go to teacher conferences and whatnot, that comes out of general fund. That doesn't come out of, or it comes out of, Diamond Club donations, stuff like that. But any money that goes straight to the education technology program is only used to equip teachers and to bring teachers in.
Phil W0RHP, he's very active in the chats, donated $50. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate that.
I saw several people ask for the ARRL HOA link. I've gone ahead and dropped that in the chat.
I saw that.
Again.
Yeah. Lucas K9RFL is saying, what's the website for teachers to reach out? Lucas, are you asking like as a teacher? And Steve, do you guys have a website specifically for teachers to reach out, or is email better?
So if it's a teacher that wants to get information, they can email me, but also arrl.org/TI for Teachers Institute will take you to a page. The schedule, in fact, we have a TI starting, what is today, Sunday? Oh, it's starting tomorrow. So we have 2 of them in October because we've had to expand. So we've got teachers that are in town right now and probably having dinner with their instructor. So
Nice.
So yeah, so arrl.org/TI will populate the new schedule sometime in November, with hopefully 21 lines of schedule there.
Good. That'll be cool.
Wait, real quick before it goes too far away, Phil donated $50. I'm going to match that.
Yeah.
$50 donation, and I would like to see somebody else match my $50 donation.
Oh, challenge thrown down. Here we go.
Challenge thrown down.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
The
So.
gauntlet has been thrown. Let's do this. All
Let's
right.
raise some money.
Frank, you have a job now, right?
Yes, I do.
There's that anonymous guy again. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That came through. I don't know why. That was me. I don't know why.
That was you?
So
Okay.
if you
Yep.
there's a checkbox down there that if you check the box, I think it lets your name be visible, or maybe it's the other way.
Yeah.
Personally, I would appreciate it. I mean, I get it. If you don't want your name out there, that's cool. Personally, though, I would appreciate it if you leave your name there, because I do like to personally thank each person that gives. I mean, I thank everybody, whether they give me $5 or $5,000. I spend a significant amount of time doing that because it's important. Nobody has to click that link and donate a dime.
I match Tim's.
So
Yeah.
All right.
Paul matched Tim's.
Who's
There's
gonna
Freddie
match
Mac.
Paul's?
Yeah.
Freddie Mac
Okay.
just matched
me.
And then Freddie
All right.
Freddie Mac match Paul. Here we go.
Who's matching Freddie Mac?
Pass the baton.
That's right.
That's good. This is fun.
There's Jeff.
That
Jeff.
goes to the
Jeff. Jeff with the $50. Thank you, Jeff.
All right. Who's going to match Jeff?
Tim's out here calling people out. I didn't ask him to do this. It's just something he chose to do himself. So.
Actually, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm thinking of
There you go. I matched.
Steve.
Oh, there
Steve, good
you
name.
go. Steve's
All
got
right.
skin in the game now.
Since we're, I got a lot of skin in the game.
Yeah.
Who's matching Steve?
Make sure you thank yourself, Steve.
So,
Right.
thank you,
Yeah.
Steve.
Josh. Josh just donated. Thank you, Josh.
Oh, we got a double
All
match.
right. Ham Radio
Oh.
Tectonics, $100.
Bill
Josh donated
tops it.
$50.
James does
So-
ask, is the website to donate later? Yes, you can donate on the website anytime. And I don't know how long the super chats will be active on this stream, but the super thanks maybe will also go towards the.
No, I believe it just has to hit the donate button to go towards it. So
you have to do the donate.
Yeah.
Okay.
they have to do the donate button, and I also think that donate button will stay active for a while on the replay.
I'm pretty
It-
sure
it
it stays
seems like
active forever.
Yeah, it seems like the December or November, the one on Josh's last year,
Uh-huh.
we were getting some trickling in a week, 10 days after.
Yeah. I looked up both of their videos, and they both show a donate button, which I didn't click on, so I don't know how exactly that works, but it's still showing there. So, Bill, Ham Radio Tectonics, thank you, buddy. Good to see you out there. Paul donated $20. Two different Joshes donated, one KJ7 OEP donated $20. Another guy just named Josh donated $50. Bill donated $100. Iron Bunny Chronicles, $51. There's too many Joshes out there now. My goodness. Ham Shack TV with $50. Nate with $50. Del Fargus, he's in the chat all the time, $50. And Mark K5YAC, $50.
And I just got a
Ronald.
text from David Minster, CEO,
Uh-huh.
and he wants me to tell you that he's donating $20 for every day of your 30 days. So he's donating $600 to the kitty.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Awesome.
That's great. That is great.
I don't know if he's going to do it on stream or if he's going to,
Oh.
he can just walk into Kevin's office and do it there.
Yeah, here you go.
Cash
That
this
makes it
for
easy.
me.
So
That's right. Yeah.
it's 2 offices down. So
All right. So Mark K5YAC also donated $50. Ronald, another $50. Debus, I don't have my
D Best Gamer 45.
D Best Gamer. There you go. Donated $10. Brandon Wynn donated $50. Thank you guys. This is awesome.
So how is the $5,000 mark looking?
We're at 3680, or we just hit 3,700. 3,700.
Woo!
I wish there was a way to highlight that on the stream, but I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Godzilla donated 20.
So this is, I mean, like I said, this is awesome. And
yeah,
you know, the fact that so many people see what we're doing and it works, you know, I mean, I just got an email. I'm not going to say too much about what it says, because honestly, somebody's going to start peeling onions and I'm going to get tears in my eyes. But I got an email from a kid yesterday evening that is at Staten Island Tech, you know, where Everton's down there, and he's licensed 403 kids in the last couple of years. And
wow.
One of these kids who I go down there, I just catch the train down there, and Ed Wilson, the Hudson Division Director, and we go in there and we help test these kids, because I mean, it's like a factory. We go in there, we'll test 100 kids in a day. But this one gentleman that, you know, I took him a radio once, and we spent a lot of time talking to him, and he ended up getting an ARRL Foundation scholarship for $15,000. So Ed and I went down there to the school on his awards night and had a big check printed kind of thing, and did the, you know, Publishers Clearinghouse looking thing. And you know, it's cool, because having taught school for 21 years, you get these every now and then. But it's cool when I still get these emails and these letters from kids that I didn't directly teach, but you realize I kind of did directly teach this kid. I mean, I mean, it's, I'm not going to say it because the onion guy's coming. It's just it's awesome. It is awesome seeing that the people don't realize the impact that this program has on kids. You know, even if the kid doesn't necessarily get licensed in 7th or 8th grade or whatever, we've still exposed these kids to amateur radio and to radio and wireless technology. We've fostered a larger interest in STEM education and programs. I mean, it's awesome, and I've got some hard data, and it's at work now, but we're starting to get some numbers back from teachers from the last 3 years on impact that it's had, and it's huge. I mean, we've got hundreds and hundreds, thousands of kids that are getting their licenses and getting interested. You know, even if it's like most of us, where they get licensed and they fall out of the hobby for a few years and they come back, that's cool. We all do. The key is they've gotten the license, so it's much easier to get back on the horse when you have the license. So that's an important thing to remember.
Absolutely.
Electrify. Well, you have a couple other things to answer.
I have okay. So KW4L George and KC9 USB Pototime. He donated already. He was one of the people who donated, and I read his comment and shared a link to his channel during the 30 Days of Ham Radio. So thank you for being out there again. D-Best Gamer 45, he says, hopefully my high school picks up some sort of ham radio. I am still in high school, and if a teacher could have been in this, I would have gotten into it sooner. I'm a senior in high school now, call sign KJ5CMM, Charlie Mike Mike.
So I would tell you, before you leave that high school, find the couple coolest teachers you know, and then seriously give them that website and have them come spend a week with us. Every single person that comes up here leaves just completely energized. They leave licensed. They leave with equipment, and we have our own Discord for people who have gone through TI, and so we're creating these networks of teachers that are they're still talking on Discord. You know, that hey, I'm going to launch a balloon. Anybody done this? And they're trading ideas around, and that's what we're really after is these teachers finding that network of people. So, you know, tell that teacher to give me a call. I mean, we pay their way. So
right. Another anonymous donation for $50, and then Mike Burks donated $200. Thank you, Mike.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Somebody else asked about should there be a more basic exam than the technician? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
If
you saw a technician exam from 20 or 30 years ago, the technician exam we have today is more basic than it used to be.
It's not a challenging thing. every now and then I get the occasional adult that tells me, "Oh my gosh, that test is going to be too hard. I can't do it." And it's amazing how quickly they change their tune when I tell them I taught 12-year-olds to do this. So it's not hard.
Yeah.
You know, you can. I've had kids that crammed for it over a weekend and got it. That's not the ideal way to do it, but they do it and it works. So.
So a little further up, I think we missed KW4L. George donated $50 also.
I mentioned him, but go ahead.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And that anonymous guy dropped another $100.
He got mentioned twice. Then.
Oh, there's 5.
There you go. Old Bod Pro Mod.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a car guy, I'm guessing. So
very cool.
Yeah,
Thank you
$500.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
That's good.
You know, I was going to say, so this did not exist when I was in school, and I went through in a time, you know, before STEM, right, in the 80s. I almost didn't make it out of high school. I was so bored and so not challenged the entire time that I was there that I, like I said, almost didn't make it. It wasn't until I stumbled into a Navy recruiter's office, they tested me, and they're like, you know what, you can do something for us, and they sent me to advanced electronics school. Everything that I learned in school is what the kids are learning in middle school now, and stuff like that, and so there is great advantage to this, and most of this audience is a little bit older, and I think some of them can relate to exactly what I'm saying as far as that. So the more we can teach these young guys, I still got 2 young kids at home that are still in school. One's in middle school, one's in elementary, and I am looking forward to them learning this stuff earlier. Not so much about amateur radio in general. That is an activity, right? That is something that you can use to learn with. Ultimately, this is going to help the kids just be better, right? To be more into the workforce, to learn how to problem solve, to learn how to just fix things and have a little fun along the way while they're at it. I mean, I'm having the most fun of my life right now in my 50s, going out to the park 3 and 4 times a week and doing POTA and YouTubing and doing all this other stuff. That would I have been doing this today if it wasn't for amateur radio? Probably not. Probably not.
Yep. So that's a good point. That's we are not teaching teachers to teach an amateur radio class. We're teaching teachers to use amateur radio as a learning platform to teach other things. They're teaching coding using Arduino and what they're teaching map reading skills and direction finding with fox hunting. They're teaching all the STEM elements, but they're using amateur radio in the process. Now, the idea is the kids get into it, they start playing around with it. They're like, "Ooh, I want to do this on my own." Yeah. Okay, now boom, so that we can get them licensed.
Whoa!
Oh,
there he is.
Thank you, Dane.
Yeah, Dane. Yeah, okay, Dane. As pledged, I am matching your donation, but I like round numbers, so I'll just round it off.
I like the way you round, Dane. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dane. Thank you very much, Dane.
And Digital Rancher. There's Robert.
That was there's Rob. Okay, thanks, Rob.
Sweet.
Rob, feel free to join the Zoom if you want to. The Zoom, anybody who's, I think Crash Course Josh was in there earlier too. If you guys have the Zoom link, if you've ever been on my Zoom before, feel free to join us. I do want to say hi to Dave real quick. KB5UTY. He and I spent the weekend together at Belton Ham Expo. What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. I don't know if I donated to the wrong place or not.
The
donation link.
It just came through. $50.
Well, that's the 3rd one I've done.
Really?
So you're are you hitting the link in the description?
Yeah.
That's why. So I appreciate your donation thrice. But it's actually going straight into the education fund, so it's not going to show up here. For it to show up here, if you scroll down a little bit underneath the chat, it says
I
donate
see it
now.
Yeah, that was the last one.
I mean, you're welcome to hit it again if you want. I'm not going to argue with you. I know a guy who will definitely use it.
It'll all go to the same place eventually, so it's not being wasted. But
all right.
Yeah.
Robert
Awesome,
said
dude.
he's eating a late dinner, so won't be able to join.
Okay, that's fine.
So I've got to second this motion by Dale. I kind of like this. At
Okay.
10,000, Jason and Frank sing "Islands in the Stream." I like it.
I would be real surprised if Frank knew the words to that song. But
Well, that's
Bill,
why they have the internet. You can just look them up.
Yeah.
Bill Baker,
Now-
thank you
now
very
the
much.
The question is, which one
Yes.
of you is Dolly Parton?
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, I've got a question for you, Steve, that's related, but maybe a whole nother conversation. So I substituted for 4 years at the local school district here before COVID.
I'm sorry.
And as I as I finished, they don't have any kind of radio group or anything like that. I remember looking on the ARRL website to try to figure out how to kind of get that going, and they really didn't give me a lot of direction. Is there someone specific to talk to, or is that you to see
That's
about
me.
finding a teacher that would want to be able to start a school club and perhaps get gear and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So the key is, like you just said, you need to find that teacher.
Yeah.
So the days, and I have this conversation every ham fest I go to with a bunch of really well-meaning hams that are like, I'm just going to show up at the school, knock on the door, and say, hey, I want to do ham radio with your kids. Yes, give me a small room in the back with no windows, please.
911.
And yeah, so those days are gone. Ben, thank you very much.
Ben.
But those days are gone. So we have to have that teacher. That's our key to getting in. You're in a slightly better position than most because you substituted there. They know you.
Mm-hmm.
So you've already gotten background checks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need the teacher, and the way that I'm funded, they have to be. Doesn't have to be a teacher, but it does have to be a school employee. I mean, I've got a guy who's come 3 times to 3 different sessions of different subjects, and he's like the bus shop manager. But he does his after school time running the ham radio club, and I mean, he does some cool stuff with these kids. I mean, he's in the Discord all the time helping people. Anytime somebody pops on there and says, hey, I've got some kids who'd like to have a contact, he makes every effort to get out there and get on the air. So they don't have to be a teacher, quote unquote, but they do need to be a school employee. I've got some tech directors, I've even got a couple principals that come. I found that if I bring a principal every now and then, the next year they give me several teachers. So
that's a good idea.
That's interesting.
And I also shamelessly use that for an opportunity to try to get a venue, because I mean I need to find 13, 14 venues for this year. So that's how I got Charleston. This lady came through TI 2 years ago, and now she's like, hey, that was awesome. I see that you need places to go. Want to come here? I'm like, yes, I do.
I see a good question for Steve here from ThinkPad Mods. What equipment do teachers get when they come to the Teacher Institute to take home?
Okay, I'm going to try not to forget anything, because it's pretty much all of the equipment that we give them. It's paid for with the donor money, but I do have to say that most of the vendors and manufacturers work with us on pricing. I'm not really allowed to disclose what that price is because some of it is a really good deal.
That's fine. Yeah.
So they get 2 handheld radios. Currently, they get an FT70 and they get some Chinese knockoff this time. Right now, it's currently the Quansheng, the UVK5.
Yeah.
I chose that one because it's firmware hackable, and that's what I want. I want kids to play around with doing that stuff, and if they brick it, then they can spend another $20. Nothing lost there. They get a Zoom spot. The Zoom spot people, he is awesome. I can't tell you how much he works with us on this, but
Jim
is amazing.
Yeah, Jim's good dude.
And he's every single teacher gets a Zoom spot to put in their classroom so that when a kid wants to have a contact with another kid, they can pick up a handheld radio, key it up, and talk to another kid across the country somewhere in another classroom. Nice. And they start to figure out some of the, wow, wait a minute. Is it radio? Is it the internet? Is it both? Stuff like that. They get a Bionics Fox. They get a directional antenna. We are currently giving them, and it's in fact it's an antenna that we're going to end up selling in the store.
Oh.
Okay.
But it's
a kit antenna kit.
It is not a kit. It is
Okay.
a fully functional antenna.
Okay.
That's awesome. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Let's see. They get RT system software. So if you don't know Karen and those people over at RT Systems, they're amazing people. They work with us a lot. Let's see. They get an Arduino microcontroller kit. They get. Let's see. Here I am. I'm going to forget things.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it's quite a bit of stuff.
It's about $1,300 worth of stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
So and like I said, pretty much every one of these vendors that they work with us on pricing. So somebody gives me $200 or something like that. That $200 may buy me $350 worth of gear because of the discounts that we get. So
yeah, good. Is there any? I think you've talked about this in the past, but all of that equipment is usable by the technician class license.
Correct.
So is there any effort in there for upgrading teachers to general or extra?
Yeah, you would be amazed at the number of teachers that show up on a Monday. We ship them all of the study materials ahead of time. So as soon as we accept them into the program, Eliza in my office, she packages up a bunch of study materials, sends it out to all of them. They come in and pretty much all pass the technician exam on that Monday. If they're already licensed, which roughly 40%, maybe 50% that come through are already licensed.
Really?
If they come in and they're already licensed, we send them whatever their next license class is of study materials.
Okay.
So they pretty much all come in and pass on that Monday. TI is a 4-day program. Usually by Thursday they've all upgraded.
Wow.
So because it's they get the itch. They get in there, they see some of the cool stuff you can do. How can you not want to upgrade when you walk across the parking lot and you see people shooting 1,500 watts out of W1AW?
Right.
and it's just and they can actually do it with a control operator. We give them that so that they have that fire in them, and they do. They end up getting upgraded. Every now and then you get like the overachiever, like Everton down in Staten Island. He came in, got his technician, if I remember correctly, and then left as an extra. Several people do that. So, and then a lot of them, they don't upgrade maybe that year, but they come back the next year and they upgrade. Because guess what we send them when they come back for, TI remote sensors? We send them the book. So that, and then the same thing holds true with their kids. The kids are going through, I say Everton, and I keep saying Everton, but it's his kid that emailed me, so he's on my head. He licensed 403 kids, but that's not counting the probably 200 plus that have upgraded to general and extra in there. So, some of those 403 kids have taken 3 tests and passed. So, but that is a classroom full of nerds down there. It's amazing. I love that place.
It's great.
So
KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham, had the pleasure of meeting him at the Moore Expo this last April. He says, we have a teacher in my area that does a net on 2-meter repeater every Wednesday when school is in session. He does it at 7:30 a.m. before school, so all the local hams can check in with the kids.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. So, we need to get something like that going on in North Texas.
Yeah, I would think in a DFW Metroplex you could easily get something like that going. And the cool thing about that is a lot of places have problems with young people feeling comfortable in a club full of older people. This kind of levels that out. I mean, when they already know somebody because they talk to them on the repeater every week.
Yeah.
They're more comfortable walking into that club and being the only 13, 14-year-old in there because they're like, oh, hey, I know you. You're.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a lot of comments I get, emails, comments on videos, messages on Discord. people on Twitter, which is always a dumpster fire of comments, that are like that are basically like kind of morbid about it. And I think most of them are probably well-meaning, but they're like, hey, what's going to happen in 10 and 20 years when most of the hams today are retired, senior citizens, if you will, and, and this generation starts dying off, there's ham radio is going to die. And I'm like, with all of the efforts you guys are doing, that is solving that problem. That is solving that problem with getting younger people into amateur radio that's going to be there for the next 4, 5, 6 decades.
Yeah.
So it's just a great effort. So yeah,
amateur radio is not dying. Amateur radio is evolving. I will say that.
Yes.
Because kids are interested in different things than.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was licensed in '94, the January of '94.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very different hobby than it was then.
Yep.
But that's good because it keeps things fresh, keeps kids interested. I personally welcome. That's 93% of the reason I do what I do is I like to see what kids are gonna come up with. I tell them all the time. I was like, right now FT8's all the rage. Can you do better? I mean, and if kids or if anybody can innovate and come up with the next cool thing, it's a 12-year-old who hasn't learned that they should not try it.
Our tagline.
When I was 12 years old, I was doing stupid stuff that I shouldn't do, like riding bicycles off of houses and bridges and stuff. I'd have been much better served doing this kind of stuff at 12 years old. And that's what we're trying to get these kids to do is think, like, for example, like we give every teacher a Raspberry Pi because one of the biggest problems we had was overcoming administrative permissions on school laptops.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So
okay.
That we would spend, I say we, I mean poor Wayne, the guy who's instructing most of these classes, he would spend 25-30% of a week trying to deal with driver things that didn't install correctly. So I'm like, you know what? Done with it. So we just bought a bunch of Raspberry Pis, and then I went to Andy Stewart. Oh, what's his call sign? I don't remember his call sign. Andy's Ham Radio Linux guy.
Oh yeah.
OIQ maybe. Anyway, and he customized his Ham Radio Linux distro for us, so it's got everything that our teachers need for TI in there. So one, it makes it super simple for the teacher coming in. They come in, they slide an SD card in there. They're up and running. Everybody has identical systems. But the real beauty of this is the fact that when a kid gets interested in the classroom and they're like, I want to do this at home, they buy a cheap Raspberry Pi and an SD card, and they shoot the same image on there, and they have the exact same system they're already comfortable with using in the classroom at home. The learning curve is gone. There's no, nerves of, oh, is this how I do this? No, they're comfortable with it as soon as they get to the house. And that's another thing. I just like seeing all the stuff kids are gonna work with and come up with, and these kids in Erie, Pennsylvania, when they had the ARRL contact up there at Drew School. Yeah, the kids did that whole contact. That was awesome. ARRL is already pretty cool. I mean, I'm talking to people in space, but the fact that kids did every step of that, and by every step I mean they ran the coax. These kids did every step of that. After that was done, I stuck around with those kids for several hours talking to them, and they're like, that was pretty cool, but you know what? Now let's see if we can bounce stuff off the moon.
Right.
and talking to some of those kids, it's like, if you can bounce stuff off the moon, can you bounce stuff off of farther stuff?
Meteor scatter?
Or, Mars.
Mars.
And they're like, I don't know. Can we? I'm like, I don't know. That sounds like a good thing to try to figure out. And they're like, well, how would we know if we're even pointing at it? And then once they have the realization that there are radio signals coming from Mars, I mean, we have remote control cars driving around. They just have to find them. If they can hear it, they're probably hitting it. Whether they are or not, I don't really care. My whole thing is they're on the roof of a school in 15-degree weather trying to point antennas towards Mars. That's the stuff they're nerding out with.
Yeah.
So
So Steve, you just mentioned something, and
I mentioned a lot of
on the
things, so I don't know
on the
which one.
kids table. Well, on the kids table, our motto is "It's not your grandpa's ham radio anymore." And one of the things that I want to challenge a lot of people, a lot of older people, right? We've been around the world. We know how things work. We know it's not going to work. Never tell a kid no, you can't do something. Always challenge them to go try it. You
Yeah.
know, try it. If they come to you and say, "I want to do this and work it and do it," okay, sure. As long as they're not getting hurt or they're not going to hurt anything,
Yep.
challenge them to do it.
Yeah, the
Right.
the power, and it's not a good power of the word no,
Hmm.
is
Right.
it can have its place, honestly. I mean, you can, if you phrase it correctly, like if every now and then there's those kids that like live up to the, I don't know, can you pull that off? That's kind of a no, but it's not really a no. It's really like
Oh,
a prod, and that some of those kids will take off with that. But you're right. If you shut a
Mhm.
kid down and say no, okay, that's fine. I'll just
yeah.
take this back out and start playing with it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well,
never tell them no.
since you brought up the topic, Tim, shamelessly,
Yes, sir.
go ahead and tell everybody what the kids table is, because some people may not know.
So I don't know, about a year ago, I kind of got fed up with that no, right? And I was just joking around. The guys from the clubhouse had taken the 2 Thursdays off because of that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start live streaming. And the Ham Radio Kids Table was born. And we have been now streaming every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern since then. And it's growing, and it's really trying to find people who are doing things in amateur radio that are just kind of outside the normal. There's a lot of people will follow the trends, but I want to find those people that are doing things differently, getting out there and pushing amateur radio to new levels. Like Steve was talking about, right? The kids, they're going to grow this hobby. What we did 100 years ago doesn't mean we still have to do it today. We can push the hobby. Steve's all like, yeah, yeah, exactly. Push the hobby, right? Because yeah, I know there's so many people that get upset about using the internet in amateur radio. Well, that's great. RF is in every aspect of our lives. Everywhere you turn around, there is RF.
4G,
And
5G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth,
the
Yeah,
cable modem.
satellite, cable
I mean,
modem. Yeah,
it's even
yeah.
in like
Yeah.
healthcare stuff, and
Mhm.
that's an
Exactly.
area that I'm intimately familiar with lately. And it's there's the fact that like kids don't realize that in the medical field, I mean, pacemakers, you can Bluetooth a pacemaker now.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm wearing this stupid thing right now, and it's communicating wirelessly by Bluetooth to a device that's sending. I mean, that is all that biomedical engineering stuff that
Mhm.
a kid who's interested in that, you get them interested in the radio aspect of it. That's when they start, well, wait a minute. And that's where I see the big growth is in fields like the medical field where there's still so much unknown. And you get a kid who's like, well, what if I combine this and I could do something wirelessly? Puppy, sorry.
Squirrel.
And
I was watching
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
that's where kids are really going to excel, because like we said, they don't know limits yet. And I don't want them to know limits. I don't want them to think about how much it costs. I don't want them to think about how impractical it is. I want them to see the dream at the end of it of, I can do this and I can change this type of person's life for the better if I can pull this off. And that's the kind of thinking we need these kids to have. And that's kind of our, we have a whole STEM curriculum that we're launching. It's been delivered. We're actually just test driving it right now on a learning management system. Same thing. The whole point is to inspire them using radio as a learning platform to be interested in all these other areas.
One thing I used to challenge my oldest son when he'd do the whole Dad, I can like pick up my phone and like text anybody now. I used to push him. I'd say, Renee, go find any technology that you can just do so easily. Go look at the patents on that. Go research the people that hold those patents. And I guarantee you, one, if not more of those people hold an amateur radio license in the United States or another country. Guarantee it.
Yep.
Every piece of tech that you've got that you find as a creature comfort today has a tie back to amateur radio in one way, shape, form, or another.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
and as far as like kids, and somebody, I forget which one, he was asking how to get into schools. Maybe it was Paul. Um, Throw that scholarship number around.
Hmm.
Um, every year we give away somewhere between 750,000 and 900,000 ish dollars to
far
to
as
kids.
kids, and somebody, I forget which one, he was asking how to get into
Duo,
school.
you got an echo coming back.
Throw that scholarship number around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mute
you
your,
got to
mute your live stream.
Deja vu. I swear I heard that
I
before.
swear I thought I said that. But when you can throw to a school leader saying, hey, your kids can get up to $25,000 scholarships. Or I mean, we had one young lady in the San Francisco area. Lexi got a full ride, 4 years. She got the Gold Farb
Jeez.
scholarship.
Wow.
Nice.
This is stuff that kids who may not get scholarships for other things can. I mean, 25 grand's a huge amount of money and that's they can apply again each year.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you've got kids who might not have gone to school after high school because of financial reasons or whatever. All of a sudden, that's a whole nother world that's open to them. So,
Mhm.
and it's also a great shoe in the door because principals love scholarship money because it makes their school look better when their kids get them.
Yeah,
It's
my
true.
thing, Steve, is kind of like I don't even know how to go about doing it, so I'll have to hit you up and see how to do it, how to initiate it. What do you say? What are the points that you talk about and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
hit you up
And
another time.
sounds good.
All right. So the donations has kind of stagnated a bit. So I think it's time for me to put my
Now remember, we actually
My
have
2
to add
cents
that $600 on there for David Minster because
yes.
I know
Yeah.
he's just going to go give Kevin a check.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so add that
Well-
on there. So we're really at $7,000.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make it official because I said I would donate 570, and I'm going to pull a Dane and round up a little bit.
Ooh.
Not as high as he did, but I'm going to no, that's the wrong Visa number. Let's see. Right there.
just what number is it? I'll check it for you.
You
Make sure
grabbed
you use the right
So-
one for the miles, man.
You grabbed Frank's
So-
visas, right?
So I'm going to put it, and we're going to
Wow.
put it, making an even 7,000 right there. So
Boom.
that's my thank you to everybody for the 30 Days of Ham Radio series support that you guys did, for watching the videos, for all the comments and whatnot. So thank you very much for that.
But don't
Yeah,
stop
and-
at 7,000.
No.
And I'm just
no.
going to say, that people are looking at this number saying, wow, 7,000, but this is in addition to what was it? 8,090.
We already had $8,096
So,
from yeah.
We're over
And then-
$15,000 now.
Yeah.
That,
Right.
guys, that's huge. This
Mhm.
we're only, I don't know, $5,000 away from paying for a roadshow.
Mm.
When
There
you
we
look
go.
at it that way, that's
Mhm.
that's amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. So you got
There's another dollar. It broke 7,000. It broke
7,001.
7,000, so you got to go more.
Paul's just being funny, I think. You missed a couple zeros there, Paul.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I meant
Here,
four
let me-
zeros after that.
Let me match Paul real fast.
Yeah, you do that, Frank. Mister, I have a job now, but all right, Mike and Becky, you guys back in there?
I hope so.
Yeah,
Sorry
you're
about
good.
that. A little
That's okay. That's all right.
audio
What's going on?
Yeah, we just wanted to stop in and say hi to Steve and thank him for all he's doing. It was really great to meet him up at Hamfest, and
It was awesome, and thank you for letting me write about you two. You guys, and I think as I said in my my column, if you've not read, I guess nobody's read it because it's not out yet. Oops. But you two remind me of my wife and I. So, we do everything together. We do all of our radio together. So it was kind of cool. I mean, it was kind of like, it was a very different feel writing about you two, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you for letting me do that.
Yeah, well, thank you. And as time goes on, let us know how we can help. We'd be happy to get some keys in the hands of kids if
yeah,
If-
part of the equipment.
if Morse code ends up becoming part of the curriculum.
So yeah, we'd love to do it. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks.
and for those of you who
joining
haven't
us.
read it, which is everybody else, it's coming out soon digitally. So
Good.
So.
All right. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's another $1.
Thanks, guy.
I just went up to 7,002.
Oh yeah, there goes the 2. It
Well,
didn't
see,
show
if
up
everyone
in the
matched
chat.
my extra $1, we'd get another 200.
Yeah.
Got 200 people watching.
That's true. Everybody donate $1. Or forget to.
And I assume some people that are in here are not the same people from earlier, so I'm going to go and do that shameless plug again.
Go
If
ahead.
you have not done the HOA letters, please do those. ARRL.org/HOA. It literally takes a few seconds to fill out, hit the button. Whether you're in an HOA or not, this is something that helps all hams. So we have representatives in DC that are working and have been working hard for a long time behind the scenes to make this go. And the more people that fill this out, the more letters we get to throw on people's desks and make them realize that each letter is a vote. And like I said earlier, when we live in a country where so many of these elections are pretty darn close to 50-50, they do whatever they can to get a vote. And if they see a stack of 1,200 letters and they're like, ooh, if I vote this way, I've just alienated 1,200 votes. That costs elections nowadays. So.
And somebody had mentioned, we talked earlier about the fact that you have to enter an amateur radio call sign to do these letters. I've seen comments on the video that I made about this that said that if you put a GMRS call sign in there, it does accept it. Now, are those letters getting printed and sent to your congressman? I don't know, because this is an ARRL effort, and I've said this before in other videos. I have my GMRS license. I plan to renew it when it comes up for renewal. There's nothing wrong with GMRS. I'm not talking bad about it, okay? But GMRS does not have a supporting entity such as ARRL for that service. One of the great things about amateur radio is we have ARRL, we have other entities and groups that are like ARRL for the betterment and protection and furtherment of amateur radio in the United States and parts of Canada as well. So GMRS doesn't have that. So GMRS is not as they don't have as strong a pulling as that. Even though people say, well, there's a lot more GMRS. We can get into a whole thing about this, which I don't want to do right now. People say, oh, there's a lot more people getting the GMRS license these days than ham radio license. I don't think that's true, but even if it is, I bet 60 to 70% of the people with a GMRS license also have a ham radio license. Everybody on the GMRS repeater in my area also is a ham. So, but regardless of that, this is an ARRL effort for people with amateur radio licenses. But if you don't have a call sign, then try it with your GMRS call sign and see if it takes it. I've been told it works.
It doesn't hurt.
So, yeah,
so
it certainly can't hurt it.
I've seen the same reports that it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so I don't want to say it and then.
Right.
Like I said, this is, definitely out of my lane, but it's important. So
I will say this. I do know that in my area, I've been hearing more and more Skywarn nets being called on GMRS repeaters. So the thought of emergency preparedness does certainly go with GMRS, and hopefully their voices can be heard too, because I think it's just important for a GMRS antenna if it's outside as it would be a ham.
And the reality is antenna restrictions impact every flavor of radio operation.
Sure.
It's if you're restricting one, you're essentially restricting all. And so, but you're right. The advantage is to being an amateur radio operator is we're here to represent us and our interests. So ideally, it'd be great if these GMRS folks would also be licensed and be a member. That this is something that. We're talking about, like, my program is completely donor funded. This is something that comes out of general fund when we pay for these representatives. And this, I don't know the numbers. I know it is not cheap. So this is the kind of thing that your dues money and your Diamond Club donations are huge for this kind of stuff. So, if as we get near the end of the year and you're like, oh, I need some more, tax deductions or whatever, I got a guy. And because there's so much that the organization does that these other forms of radio don't have an organization to do that for them. So
Whiskey Victor 3 Lima is asking what the total is. The total is currently $7,097 plus David Minster's money plus the $8,000 we already raised. So currently on the live stream number, $7,097 is the number.
And since John's super chat, or since Paul's $1 super chat, John donated $20, Jason donated another $20, Aaron Ray donated another $5, and Roger donated another $50.
Thank you, guys.
Real quick, Steve, it's your call sign at ARRL.org. Is that what
Correct.
you said?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll
Like
hit you up,
make
Steve.
sure it's .org, because if it's .net, it's going to fall into that wasteland.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Jason.
I'll check it once a month.
Thanks, Paul.
All right.
Have a
Take
good
care,
night.
guys. See ya.
See ya. Adios,
Later, Paul.
Thanks, man.
So, one more challenge. I'm going to do another $50, but I want to see us get over $8,000 before the live stream's over.
Ooh.
Can we do that?
I don't know,
Let's do
Tim. Why don't you
I
try
don't know.
and
Can
see?
you? I'm not going to say no.
And I'm going to put it on Jason's credit card. So
Good luck
go.
with that. Good luck with that. Put it on Frank's credit card.
There we go.
So,
It's all right.
all right. So Grayman Poda started the $50 train again. There we go, right
That's
there.
right.
And this is not a sponsored effort.
No,
But,
God, no.
You know,
There you go.
Hamshack
This-
TV followed suit.
This
There
is
we
my
go.
livelihood. And I will say that.
Mm.
I mentioned it earlier. If it wasn't for electronics, I would not be where I'm at today.
Right.
And my life could have been a whole lot different.
Mm-hmm.
And it took one person, and in my case, it was a Navy recruiter, but it took one person to walk in and show me something and put me on a path that made a difference.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, when you look at it, these donations, we pay for teachers to come up. I don't obviously bring kids. When you look at it in the long game, one teacher, if you figure one teacher teaches, I don't know, 75, I guess we'll math easy on a stream. Let's say a teacher teaches 100 kids a day. It's not an uncommon number in school. So if they teach 100 kids a day, and we get that teacher, and they've got 15 years of teaching left before they retire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not funding one teacher. I'm not funding 100 kids. I'm funding, or you're funding, I should say, 100 kids for 15 years every year. So there's 1,500 kids, and then the power of other kids talking. I mean, goodness, when I was in Mississippi doing this, I walked out to the football field once, and the kids were out there having soccer practice, and one of my kids was showing his Baofeng radio to 5 other soccer players, and they're talking on the repeater. I'm like, so you've got the power of the kid talking about their cool things. So the actual impact is much larger than just bringing Miss Jones to TI.
Right.
So it seems, and it is. It's expensive. Trust me, I know. I just went through the budgeting process for next year, and it is no doubt it is expensive, but it is worth every single dime. And I can say that personally because I saw my daughter grow through learning amateur radio. I mean, she did this.
Right. Oh yeah. Jericho was big into it. So she's still into it. She's busy with school right now. She's student teaching. But she comes up here, we get on the radio, we go down there, we get on the radio. I'm trying to get that boy that she's hanging out with to get licensed. So that's okay. He's growing on me a little bit. So you can put an APRS tracker on him, keep tabs on him.
So but it's
I see it.
The impact for these kids and what they can do. I mean, it's huge. So.
All right, so let's acknowledge a few things. Grayman Poda started with another $50. Brooks WB6 EDK came in with $200. KW4L George donated another $50. He's already been in there once tonight.
Thank you.
Rick Wilson donated another $50. Mike Smith G0RFD from across the pond. I forget is that pounds? I think that's a pound
pounds.
sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
The British pound.
I get the pound and the euro sign mixed up.
I forgot
Sorry.
which way.
I'm
Did
just
he
not-
donate
yeah.
more or less than $5?
I think that's more than
depending
$5.
Yeah, then good for him.
Yeah. So Vic Miller with another $20. He's already donated once tonight. And N5COP Frank is in there. He said for the highest bid in the next 10 minutes, and this was after Brooks's donation came in, but I think you should count his because y'all kind of came in there at the same time. Brooks donated $200. For the highest bid in the next 10 minutes, I will send you a new, never used Modern Morris key if Jason can email me and let me know who it is. So, Modern Morris key, if you want to see one of these, I gave this away on a live stream about 2 months ago, and the guy never claimed it. So, this is a freaking very well-made key. It's got a magnet on the bottom of it, so you can stick it to the top of your radio or to a metal table, I guess.
Hold that up again, Tim. I can see it better on yours.
Very good key. Oh yeah, Tim's got one too. Yeah. Very, very well made, handcrafted Morse code key.
And those are magnets at the bottom to attach to a table.
I just said that, Frank.
Made in the USA.
Yes. Made in the USA, absolutely.
St. Louis, Missouri.
So there we go. And I'm supposed to have one of these coming to me with my call sign on or my logo on it, but I haven't got that yet. Not that I'm bitter or anything. I don't care. It's okay.
It's
right.
KMRD's fault.
Yes.
Well, I don't.
At least he's not trying to claim that he did something for the first time and everyone else is copying him.
Oh, well, yeah.
I made it the first time.
We'll leave that one alone. So I think right now, Frank, N5COP Frank, not you, Frank, not that Frank, the other Frank. Right now it's looking like Brooks WB6EDK because you guys sent that. You sent the message after Brooks, but Brooks came in there like a minute, like 30 seconds before you with the $200 donation. So right now it's looking at like him.
Anonymous, another 75.
So we'll, anonymous $75. There it is.
Make sure if you're the highest when you click the box so we can see who you are.
Right, right, yeah. So if somebody comes in the next 7 or 8 minutes and beats $200, then you will win a Modern Morris key. So, and if you don't know Morse code, that's a really good reason to start. Once you have a really good key in your hand,
absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah,
I have a
good reason
key.
to start.
Temporary offline sent me back there.
You can head over to Ham Radio Duo and check out their videos. I tell you, that inspired me to start. That Morse Mania is driving me nuts now. So
that's a good one for kids too. Morse Mania, it's like a game. They just get in there. I mean, they learn so fast.
Oh yeah,
it is. My wife now makes me wear the earbuds.
If somebody beats the 250, they'll also get the new Seed Studio L1 in this case. The barometric sensor and all the cool stuff in it. So if somebody beats the 200.
The 200.
Hold on. Can you tell me what that is?
That is a mesh chat. Okay, let me pin you real quick, Dave, so people can get a better look at that. No, come on. Oh, come on. Wrong button. Idiot. Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
All right.
This is a really cool Meshtastic node that I saw myself over the weekend. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. So it's the Seed Studio L1 in a custom case by Alley Cat Designs. This actually has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in it and a BME 280 temperature, humidity, and barometric pressure sensor built into it. It's got TPU rubber gaskets to make it a little bit more rugged. But yeah, somebody beats the 200, they get this.
So they get that and the key.
And the
key.
But wait, there's more. No.
Somebody's got a Baofeng they can throw in there.
Right.
Right. I've got some giveaways to do, but I was told I couldn't do giveaways for donation exchanges.
I got to tell you, I'm not sure what the rules are with that. So
but I'm not doing it. So you guys do whatever you want to. But
there's Robert.
Yeah,
got the 8,000.
So Robert wants that freaking Meshtastic node. I can tell you right now, that's exactly what he wants.
Yeah, that's what he's after.
352 from the Digital Rancher. Thanks, Rob.
There we go.
8K is awesome.
No, but we're saying that, but technically there's still like 4 minutes left of the time. So
correct.
Somebody could throw down and beat his 352.
Yeah, they could.
So the question is, if somebody goes 355 and Rob answers with another $5, do we get to tack it onto his total?
I would say yes.
I would say
that's fair.
I would tack it on. Yeah.
There you go.
I do good. Oh boy, it's all in good fun, guys. All in good fun. So Dave, I need to get one of those L1s from you. I meant to ask you that this weekend, but
We'll get one worked out.
I'm gonna want that. I know that case is still in beta though, but
yeah, I'm gonna need to look at this. We're starting to play around with some Meshtastic stuff with some of our high school kids. So,
and if you guys want to get into it, I have a connection with Seed Studios that we can probably get you some equipment.
Sweet.
Yep.
We have we actually have a meteorologist in the chat, electrified weatherman. You've got his interest piqued with that.
Excellent. If you guys have ever seen my truck, you know the kind of rig that I have. I get asked all the time, "Oh, so do you do storm chasing?" And I'm like, "Well, I do. I haven't actually done it in a long time, but I so want to pull a Reed Trimmer, the guy on YouTube, extreme meteorologist.
Yeah,
he just goes out there and drives through a storm while live streaming on YouTube, and I'm like, I got to do that, dude. My wife's like, "You're not going to do that." I was like,
yeah. The question is, are you going to put the augers on the side of your truck like he's got?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Down?
Yeah, no, probably not. I mean, my truck's kind of heavy anyway. But I was watching a video from him one time, and I'm like, this guy needs a lesson in radio. Because they're like driving through a storm, and his buddy was behind him, and they pulled off the road into a parking lot, and they parked next to each other, pouring rain, rolled their windows down, and we're talking to one another. I'm like, you don't even have a freaking CB in your truck, dude. What are you doing?
Majority of those guys already know about amateur radio, and they have them in their cars. I don't know why they don't.
But yeah, I know. Yeah, Reed Timmer, he needs to join Teachers Institute and get a ham radio license. So would love to have that guy on the channel sometime if he's ever watching my channel, which I'm sure he doesn't. So, oh gosh, okay, but yeah, storm chasing's quite. That's one of the first things I ever did when I got my license was deploy for a local Aries group around here, and
I used to do it a lot. Yep.
It is quite enjoyable.
I want to do it really bad, but it's not safe here. Too many hills, too many curves, too many trees.
Well, if you're talking about just doing it for races, the races group here in Tarrant County, say that they want you to go and post up somewhere, and then they'll just announce the areas of interest. So they don't want you running around and literally chasing because the storm spotting, and they don't want to deploy anyone or move anyone. If you're just in a good area, I always like to go on top of parking garages so I could oversee a large area.
Yeah.
And then you just go down one level and you're protected from hail. That's how I used to do it. But yeah, you're not supposed to be driving around a lot and going for the racy callouts.
Right. You don't really. Yeah. They say we need someone in this sector. They still use Mapsco for some odd reason, or they do around here. Saying go to Mapsco grid, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, hold on. Let me dig through my trunk from 1985 and find my Mapsco. But they do have it on the website. If you go to their website, it has all the Mapsco grids in it or something like that. So they need to upgrade their game to a different mapping system.
Yeah.
But
that's a word I hadn't heard in a while. Mapsco.
I know it. Yeah, they still use Mapsco, but they'll say go out here and sit in this area, and you go out there and you sit, in a parking lot or something like that. I don't know about on top of a parking garage, Frank. That may or may not be a bad idea.
Well, it depends if the winds kick up or not.
Right. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't get.
Or if it's lightning.
Well, that's why I'm in the second story, not the top.
Oh, that's good.
Doesn't
Because
on the one
tornado comes through there and collapses the top level on you, you'd be sorry you were there.
That sounds like the next installment of the Final Destination franchise.
I don't think I've ever seen a tornado push over or topple over a parking garage.
if it were to happen, if it were to happen, it would happen on that little pill bug car that you drive. I can tell you right now. So,
Hand Radio Wilderness says, "I want to do that to Sapphire."
Sapphire's gonna become Dorothy.
Right, yeah.
Well, that being said, there was a tornado here a number of years ago on Christmas Day, and this tornado hit the high 5 overpasses over in the Dallas side, and it did not damage the overpasses. It blew cars off the overpass, but the overpass was still there.
Yeah. Yep. That is a good point.
We got a 301.
Got a 301.
All right. Brooks wants that, or no, he did. Oh, we're gonna add that. We said we were gonna add that.
Oh,
so Brooks 200 plus 301 is 501.
There we go.
Rob,
and I think he's right at the 10-minute mark.
Rob,
I think he's right at the 10-minute mark. So
he's trying to do like the eBay last minute bidder thing.
Right? Yeah, he's trying to do an eBay
Does that
snipe
extend
on
it for a minute? Does it extend it for a minute then?
I don't know.
Rob, you got hurry, Rob, you got 30
seconds. 30
Rob
seconds.
has a chance to counter. There we go.
30 seconds.
$1, Bob.
Rob will
be
be
$1 donation.
Yeah, Rob will be making a video about that Meshtastic device.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Brooks is going to get it.
I
WB6
think he successfully sniped it.
Yeah, I think he did.
I had 225 earlier, he says.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's saying he had 225 earlier and 225 now? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, but N5COP, he was saying in the next 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get everything within the next 2 minutes to donate. All right, heck. Okay. And if the answer to this is no, that's okay. You guys are being very, very generous tonight. N5COP, Frank, and Dave. Can we just call it a tie and send one of those to each Rob and Brooks? Is that possible?
I can do that.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to call it a tie. Digital Rancher, you have his info, Dave.
Yeah.
Keep it going if we can get more donations. Oh.
Yeah. Can we call it a tie for these two guys, Frank? Let me know. I'd like to do that. Because we're not it's 8:45 here. I'm not going to be live streaming for very much longer anyway. We've been going almost 2 hours. So
we've been going 2 hours past my bedtime.
It's past Steve's bedtime anyway.
And for that, you should donate another $25 to $50 because Steve...
You think this one's bad? That 9-hour one?
Oh yeah. Were you on for that whole thing?
The whole thing.
Oh wow, man, that's crazy.
I think I stood for that entire thing too.
So.
Oh boy.
I've just got one key.
He's just got one key. Okay. All right. So let's see here. That's okay. Frank is very generous of you, so thank you very much for that. All right. So Brooks donated 200, and then, you know what? I'm going to get out a notepad because mathing on a live stream, that's always fun. Brooks donated 200. Rob donated 352, but he had 225 from earlier. Brooks, are you a CW guy, Brooks? I know that Rob is like me. He's trying to learn. He's probably better at it than I am, honestly. And then Brooks had 301. So that's 501. That's 575.
CSN with the 50.
We also had another $50 anonymous donation.
So I saw CSN come in there earlier. CSN makes if you go to iGateMini.com, it is a small little Raspberry Pi sized iGate that can act as a digipeater or iGate for APRS, and it works very well. I've been tinkering with it for the last month. Going to do a video about it soon. There's a couple of things that I think I have some settings wrong, so I'm actually going to meet with him over Zoom sometime this week, hopefully, and then we're going to do a video about that. But very cool device. If you want an iGate, if you don't have an iGate for APRS near you, put one up in your home. Yeah. iGateMini.com. Check that out.
Chad Strawn just made his way in, and he actually came through TI this summer. He's in the chat now.
Oh yeah, okay.
He just said, it was the best part of his summer. I'm telling you, every single person that leaves says the same thing. And then Ham Radio Crusader, you said thank me for everything I do now. This is a lifelong passion for me. This is just me. Thank you guys for what you do to enable that. So.
And since Rob isn't getting a key,
Becky's holding stuff up.
He gets to choose which one he wants.
Okay. And Brooks had.
So we got
Yeah.
maybe 10 minutes left. So the highest to close out, we're going to send an antenna that we just designed and now are selling, and a key. We're going to donate that to whoever is the highest bidder to the end of the stream.
So starting now.
Yep, starting now.
Previous bid.
850. 850.
Starting now.
Starting now. Yeah.
Okay, starting now.
Starting now.
Okay,
So
because I don't think
you
it's,
said 850. I wish it was 850.
There's 20.
Yeah.
I don't
so Rob,
know if there's.
let me know if you want green or clear, Rob.
Okay, so we're gonna call. We're gonna call the modern Morse key is gonna go to Brooks, WB6 EDK, and then both Brooks and Rob are gonna get a Seed Studios. What did you call it? An L1?
It's an L1. Yeah.
L1. Okay. WB6 EDK. And N5COP Frank, if you have QRZ, WB6 EDK Brooks, let us know if you're good on QRZ. If not, shoot me an email or hit me up in Discord and let me know your contact info, and I'll get it over to Frank for you. And then I've got Rob's info. I can send that to. You've got Rob's info, Dave.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can get Rob.
You've got yeah.
And there you go. See, Chad's one of them that passed his extra. So you asked if the teachers that come through ever upgrade. There it is.
Nice. Okay. Passed extra while I was there. Did a 4-H club last week and used the Yaesu HT from my TI class for some third-party traffic. Nice with the club kids.
So,
Awesome.
This summer,
really good.
summer was tough for me. I was on the road so much. I really didn't get to know all the teachers as much as I normally do. I mean, there were some weeks that. Well, I mean, I think I slept 9 days in my bed this summer. So,
wow,
it's keep in mind, with the teacher conference and then the FAA thing popped on there, but it's you don't realize it when you're booking these things until all of a sudden your wife realizes it.
Right. Yes, I can attest that is absolutely true.
So, but I mean, she and I go everywhere together anyway. But
yeah,
it's. She's like, sure it'd be nice to be able to like wash some of your clothes soon. So
I've been on trips where I came home and dumped everything in the laundry and then repacked the same suitcase and do it again.
So,
some of it's even the next day.
But,
I can totally relate.
Yep.
I don't think I'm allowed to spur the giving on. I'm not sure what the rules are, so I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, we got to get some bids in.
8 minutes. We're going to call this in 8 minutes.
I think it's you guys, not me and Jason, have to do that, because I think if Jason and I do it, we might break something.
Yeah.
Kevin Wright donated $20, so that was the starting bid going towards the next highest bidder for the antenna and key from the Ham Radio Duo. So
is that? Do you guys make that key also, Becky?
Yes. This is our 3D printed. We have a flat and a navy knob key, but yes.
Okay. And y'all had those at Huntsville.
I was gonna say I saw one of those at Huntsville. Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. And the antennas, it's like a little pocket-sized antenna for 20 meters.
Yep.
That's the one that's a pocket-sized spike too, right?
No, this is actually the antenna here, and then there's a tripod mount on the bottom. So you can put it on a tripod, or like we actually have a tripod mount stake.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet.
So real quick, Becky, how much does the keys weigh? Because ideally, because they are not metal, they're 3D printed, they're quite a bit lighter and probably good for people who want to take a straight key on the trail.
Yeah, they're very light. I think it was like ounces. I mean, very light. I mean, and it comes with a case too.
Yeah, the only reason they don't flip over is because it sticks out a little bit, and they still do flip over if you're really heavy-handed. But
yeah,
Chad, the link is, if you scroll down a little bit, there's a donate button under there that says donate now.
Right.
That's the link. It's not actually it's that donate button, and every penny goes through, including any credit card processing fees. Google waives those for us.
Correct. Yeah. So the donate. So I can actually share that. Hold on a second. If we go here, and okay, so we're watching ourselves. We're doing Inception right now, watching ourselves. Right below the live stream, and I don't know if that looks this way on an app or not, but on a browser, right below the live stream is the donate button right there. ARRL Teachers Institute donate. So
I just saw 28 come in.
$28.
$28.
Oh,
Highest
that's
bidder, Whiskey 7 Backroads.
Whiskey 7 Backroads. That's my buddy Brent up there in Wyoming. He hosts a gathering every year that I really, really want to go to, but it's in frickin' Wyoming. So I've never been able to go to it. Looks fun though.
And as you just pointed out, we are $500 away from.
Yep.
There we are, 500 away from 9.
Chad Strong, $50 just donated.
Yeah, Chad Strawn.
Thanks.
So he's the highest one now.
And Chad, look for the schedule for next year's classes sometime in November. We'll hope to see you back.
Well, we have a tie. It's at 50.
Uh-huh. Total's at 8,600 right now.
So somebody's gonna have to do 51 or something, because
We need to get to 9,000. That's a good goal. 9,000 by 9 o'clock.
That's right. 4 minutes.
How about 10,000 by 10 o'clock my time?
Okay.
Go ahead, Josh. I give you permission to donate $1,400 right now.
Close.
This is fun.
I appreciate everybody that's throwing stuff in to give away.
Yes,
good
I do
incentive.
too. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yep.
And we picked up some of those mesh-tastics that Dave gave away, and those are really fun to play with.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Good. Yeah, I need to get one of those. I was going to wait until they had that case ready, though. But and speaking of, I had mentioned my mystery boxes earlier, and Dave, you put me in contact with somebody.
Oh, there's 100.
There you go.
There you go.
Jason's in there for the
Alright.
third. I think that's your third time in there today,
Yep.
Jason. Thank you very much.
So we're gonna do some some Seed Studio Meshtastic devices, and some future mystery boxes as well. Mike Burks with another $100.
So Jason and Mike are tied.
Tie again.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to get into the everybody
300 to go.
adding 5 here and there to see who can end out on top.
Right. Yeah.
You're gonna have to decide whose clock you're gonna determine is the time. And
I'll call it. I've got 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes. But I'll make an official executive decision here in a minute.
There it is.
There it is.
Well,
there it is.
It's an anonymous.
Well, no, technically there's still 2 minutes and change.
Well, that's
Yeah.
CHF. Okay, that made it. That was $251. Whatever CHF is.
CHF, huh? Anonymous donated Oh, I wonder if that's another currency.
It is.
Okay.
Not sure though.
Mm-mm.
I have to break out the Googles.
Yep.
Right. Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
open up their Google
We're
machine.
all doing that right now.
Yeah. I won't do it. Somebody else do it. Let me know
It's
what it is.
francs. Swiss francs.
Swiss francs. Okay.
And that's
And not you, Frank.
1.26.
I was about to say I'm not
so-
it's not Swiss.
So that $251 US.
So who in the chat is Swiss?
Anonymous.
You could change it. You could change it. It's pretty easy.
I have a hunch I know who that is. I won't spoil the surprise. Surprise, I mean.
Surprise.
That's
That was Pepe. HB9 EVT, Frank says. I don't know how Frank knew that. But
Yeah.
Okay.
He Pepe admitted it.
Okay.
Oops, anonymous.
Okay.
Thanks. That's who I thought it was.
Okay. Hotel Bravo 9 Echo Victor Tango. Thank you for the DX.
Thank you, Pepe.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
$220 US, roughly. So I don't know. You guys want to ship to Switzerland?
I guess we're gonna figure out how.
Try to figure out something.
Make sure you mark gift.
Gift.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
gift.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Good.
Well, we
I guess-
did get 9,000 by 9 o'clock.
There we go.
Yep,
Very
we're at
good.
9,051, And I've got 8:59, less than 60 seconds. In fact, there it is, 9 o'clock right there. 9 o'clock. All right, guys. We're going to call it right there. $9,051 raised today. Plus, I know a few of you clicked on the donation link, so I'll get a total. I'll try to get a total from Kevin tomorrow. And then Mr. Minster is going to donate $600 as well, he claimed.
Yep.
So,
tell you, he has supported every single telethon and everything we've had. You know, it's pretty awesome having a boss who puts his money where his mouth is.
Yeah.
You know,
he texted me like 2/3 of the way through it. He's like, "Man, that's a great effort. I've watched every one of your 30-day videos." I'm like, "Thanks, man. I appreciate that." So,
I suspect after everybody has hit that donate button, not the donate button, but click the link, plus Mr. Minster's donation, we're over 10,000 a night. I suspect.
Quite possibly.
Close to it, at least.
Quite possibly, yeah. So, thank you everyone for your help with this. I really, I was disappointed with the amount of money we raised just because my own personal goal that I hit. But this was very good. So I appreciate everyone who did donate during the series as well. But if I want to do this again, I figured out that it works better on a live stream than on a regular video, which is cool. It's totally cool. It's fun to do both. Yeah. So thank you for the support. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for the donations tonight and the donations for the last month during the 30 days of ham radio event that I did. And thank you everybody who joined me on Zoom tonight. Appreciate you guys being out there.
This is awesome because we're close to like $18,000 between the two.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's good. So. And the donate button will stay live at least for a while. I think it stays live permanently, honestly, on the YouTube live stream replay. But somebody watching, anybody on Team Replay tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month, click that donate button, even if it's 20 or $30. That's okay. So it's a Teachers Institute's going to be an ongoing thing for a long, long time.
And Jason, thank you, because I know it was a ton of work doing 30 days of videos. I mean, you and I started talking about this a couple months ago. So maybe 3 months ago now.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I used to YouTube, so I get it. It's a lot of work. People don't realize they don't realize the amount of work it takes to film it and then post production and everything and get it. So thank you for that.
Absolutely happy to do it.
Steve, real quick question. So in the moment, we had a lot of people that donated, and that was great. And I appreciate that. Everybody appreciates that. But if somebody were wanting to do like a planned gift where they are donating on a regular basis, whether it's an annual or
what a great question.
A monthly, who would they? How would they do that?
So, you've heard us mention Kevin several times in the chat. Kevin is our director of development. He's a great guy. I mean, he knows the best way to make all that happen. His email address is, I'll type it in the chat. It's kbeal@arrl.org.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kevin Beal. So he's the guy to go to. He can, and he does this. Gosh, he darkens my door a few times a day, usually with, so and so just donated, $5,000, and then he knows how to get funds matched through employers sometimes and stuff like that. So, I mean, I obviously appreciate everybody who clicks a link and donates, but if you want to set up a recurring thing or something like that, take the time to call Kevin's office, because he knows how to make the most of everything in there. So.
And that's a good point, Steve. I had mentioned this on a couple of my 30-day videos. Some companies do donation matching. If you're doing a fundraiser for a nonprofit or for a charitable donation, which this counts towards all of that. So check with your company. Check with the company you work for. See if they do some sort of donation matching. And if so, then let's get together on something for future reference or something like that, or set up something on your own and get with Steve about how you can get donation matching for.
Yeah, because that's huge. I mean, I met a couple at Huntsville, and she wanted to donate $7,500, and talking to Kevin, they I don't know what all hoops they jumped through, but they got it matched through the employer, and so that $7,500 turned into $15,000.
Nice.
And my budget for this year is scary big, and
I imagine so.
I'm trying to do 21 of these things, so every dollar really does count. It's
Yep, and
totally.
actually take a step further, you could also in that scenario, they could find ways to bring it back into the community itself. So maybe it's a pipeline, a gateway to the donating funds that eventually come back to your local school district in the form of educating a teacher through the Teachers Institute.
Yeah, I mean that's not dissimilar to what happened in the Pacific Northwest. They gave us money for a TI, and with the caveat of we would like it done in the Pacific Northwest, because that way it's directly impacting kids in their area. So
totally, that's great. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, everybody who joined the Zoom, everybody who joined the live stream, especially those of you who donated. Again, the donate button will stay active for a while. 1 second.
Bless you.
Okay. All right. So thanks a lot for the support tonight. Thank you to Dave, and also to Frank, N5COP Frank in the chat, for y'all's support as well. Anybody who needs anything or any questions or anything like that, hit me up on Discord or email kc5hwb@gmail.com. And we'll catch you guys next time. 73 to all.
73, guys. Thank you
Have a good night.
very much.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See ya.